Okay, so this is the verbal breakdown of the expression in music homework assignment. So when we listen to music, we often know what we like about a specific composition, but we often lack the ability to explain what we like about the piece and why we like it. So this assignment is based around using your understanding of musical terminology, phrases, and techniques to describe music that you listen to at home, not what we play in class. This assignment can be completed by following these 4 steps. So pick a piece of music that you like. It doesn't have to be classical, literally anything that you enjoy listening to. Second, think about what you like in the piece of music and make sure to consider the following areas. Dynamics. So what are the range of the dynamics does the piece use? The technical ability of the musicians. What do the musicians do that you like and how does it contribute to the piece overall? Finally, make sure to comment on expression. Terms such as con brio, cantabile, arioso, dolce, fuocoso. So in your I Recommend book, there's a glossary at the back, which has a nice breakdown of this, or you could use a lovely thing called the internet. Wikipedia has an entire page of these terms. So third, I want you to detail your thoughts into a paragraph. Be sure to include the following: the name of the artist and the song so I can listen on YouTube, and comments on your 3 areas: dynamics, technical ability, and expression. If you want to add more information, that's great, and I fully approve of that. So 4, what I want you to do is create a brief glossary of the terms that you used. This assignment is going to be due October 9th, so in 2 weeks from the handout date, which was September 25th. So if you want, I have an example for you right now. So a song that I really like is called Still Play by a group called Knee Body. I know it sounds a bit weird, but just stick with me. So this tune has been one of my favorites for the past few years, so I'd like to think that I know it fairly well. One of the technical aspects that I really enjoy is the tenor saxophone uses circular breathing to play a continuous melody, and this gives the piece a constant feeling of driving forward in a sort of en passant style. I find that the staccato style also really helps the feeling of driving, despite the fact that the tone of the bass could almost be considered pesante in terms of its aural character, but not in its motion or the length of its notes. This piece doesn't generally have a very wide range of dynamics, or it's not overly expressive, let's say, in its use. There's slight variations in terms of the dynamics within the solo sections, but what actually does happen really depends on the recording that you listen to. So this piece doesn't play with the time too heavily. Despite an unusual sound, it actually sits at a pretty comfortable tempo and doesn't switch time signatures. And in combination with the straight ahead style, the melodies are not overly melodic in nature or evocative of emotion as we might traditionally think. But where the emotion can actually be brought out is the use of expression and through the articulation from the players. They often ghost a lot of notes, or they use very interesting combinations of accents and legato to bring out a contrasting style that is constantly interesting and keeping you on your toes. So what you would then do next is you'd have your glossary. So I just define my terms: en passant, hurrying forward in French; legato, joined together in a smooth nature; pesante, heavy or ponderous; and staccato, detached. I'm not going to go through and break down the rubric, so try to look through the handout for that. And yeah, best of luck.